I gotta say,
No.
your Robert De Niro, fantastic.
Isn't it great?
We are
I can't
here.
believe you stayed frozen that long.
I know. Live in the Boneyard, man. Here we are for our fourth band of the motherfucking day. And I've got to say, I'm excited. You guys are local. Like, introduce yourself. Please go around the block.
Which way I'm Deb. I'm the lead vocalist.
We'll start with Deb.
Yeah, I'm Deb. I'm the lead vocalist. I'm a Sagittarius.
That's the most in depth we've ever been with a guest. I love it.
So,
I'm a Libra,
clearly
by the way.
You're funny.
Yeah.
My favorite things are walking on the beach and collecting rocks. Okay, you go, Mark.
Hi, I'm Mark. The guitarist.
So, do you like walking on the beach and skipping stones, my friend?
Hang on, we've moved on. Oh yeah, and what's your sign, sir?
I get top down, but I'm a Taurus.
My name's Lenny, and I play the electric fiddle. I think I'm okay at it. I guess I'm doing what I do, right? So
electric fiddle.
Yeah,
electric fiddle. Okay.
Yeah, we do a lot of that in our band. A lot of folk influences.
See,
not at all. Completely.
Our last band, they're Dead Wolves. We were talking
Dead
with
Wolf.
them. Dead Wolf, sorry.
No, it's cool. It's been a long day, man.
We were joking. They did a tour out west or out east, sorry, and they had that folk music. They, as much as the rock and roll style they have, it still resonates out east. So, with you guys being the genre you are, do you find your fan base is more out east, or is it more Ontario based, or?
That's a good question. That's a beautiful question.
It's really pretty, eh?
Yeah. It's such a good question.
I shaved today.
I don't even know if I can answer it and just tarnish it. No, I would say it's really hard to say to localize it, right? Because the fan base comes from everywhere. It could be Canada, it could be the States, it could be Europe. It doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah.
Everybody comes in from all different different forms of the world. And they find this. I don't know how they find it. They always find it. And they listen to it and they give good feedback. So I would say everywhere. It's just, it's we've been able to have that movement, right? The female fronted band movement. And it's just, people find it. If they want it, they find it. They know how to find it.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. It doesn't matter what it is, they find it. So
sorry, I gotta put this comment up. I'm fucking beautiful, baby.
So what? Yeah, I'm gonna take it from you, TJ.
Yep,
as far as female-fronted metal goes, because it's fucking huge right now. Like, what do you think it is that's causing it to just explode the way it is?
I think that people are reaching out to female singers more because like it's growing popularity and being like, hey, do you like metal? Your voice is awesome. Would you like to listen to kind of what we have to offer? There's a lot of female singers out there who would love to be a front woman.
Oh, absolutely.
Like metal's not their genre. Also, I just think that now like metal's more accessible to more people. So there are more females getting into it,
right?
And
like
being comfortable enough to
present yourself up front, right? Like you got like I've got to say a lot of our bands we've had lately are female fronted. Now I'm all stupid, can't think of Empire to More, Your Last Wish, right? Late Night Trouble, you know what I mean? We have Gaia. Like, there's so many bands that are starting to jump out that are female fronted. Like, what are your inspirations as far as being the lead vocals and the front woman of this band? Like, how do you stand out from the crowd, you know?
Oh,
Thank you for the theatrics, Lenny. We appreciate it.
I was always
We
into
love you.
Nightwish. Hey, Chacho.
Chacho's
Hi.
I
right
was always
there.
into Nightwish since high school.
Holy
and
shit.
You made it.
he made it.
Fighting with the technology. Sorry, guys.
Oh.
Hey.
Love
And
it.
yeah, seeing Nightwish's new singer, Floor Jansen. She's such an incredible talent. I would say that
Oh,
she's
yeah.
probably the best singer that I've witnessed.
Yeah.
That
Definitely
she really
right up
inspired
there.
me, and then I just started growling just because I thought it was fun.
Yeah, that was my next question: is how you discovered you could do that. So let's just roll with it.
My partner, he was well, he is a lead vocalist in another band, but we were in the same band together. I was the drummer, he was lead vocals, and he taught me
Nice.
how to growl, kind of, and I just kind of replicated what he was doing.
Yep.
And we watched like Melissa Cross and stuff together.
Right on.
Yeah. So I just tried it out,
Awesome.
and I'm like, oh, I can do this.
I can do that.
Right. Yeah.
she
Well.
said.
Oh. Yeah. And she absolutely can, man.
100%, man.
You
always
absolutely can. Yeah. I've listened to As It Begins a few times today, just because, like, we listen to a lot of music on a regular basis. Some of the stuff we don't actually get the opportunity to let it stick in our heads and listen to.
Yeah.
And it was one of those songs that I put not only in my playlist, but put on a few times so that when I do hear it next, I will recognize it.
Awesome.
But yeah, well, you do have quite a unique voice. Like there is a lot of female fronted bands right now because it is a new up and coming thing and stuff. I think because it's been such a man's world for so long, as far as the metal world goes, right?
Been a sausage fest for fucking 40
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, longer. Yeah, so and you definitely stand out as far as the different bands that are fronted right now. So it's nice to hear new metal that is not only new but different at the same time.
Yeah.
When you guys, like, how long did it take you guys to write that, and like, what was the inspiration, timeline, all that stuff behind it?
Let Lenny take that.
It was. I would say it's been sitting for a year without vocals. And then, and I collaborated on some lyrics and changes and stuff like that. And it became what it is now, which is a very powerful song, has very strong lyrics. And it just, I would say a year, but not because that's how long it took to write it. It was just finding the right finishing touches for it.
Right.
The instrumentals
Moment in time.
God, a long time.
Yeah.
It was just the matter of finding the right voice to
Exactly, yeah.
and make it what it is. And we've more than accomplished that. It just feels good. It's a good spot to be in right now for us. With what Deb brings to the table, it's great. So it works really well right now, and we just want to keep pushing it.
Right on. Yeah. No, it's definitely a great tune. You can tell that you guys were very meticulous with it when it was being put together and recorded and stuff. It's really good. Is that me clicking? I feel like that's my sound clicking.
I think it's coming through Lenny's phone.
Yeah.
Every time someone's
I'm gonna blame Lenny.
It's like it's
yeah, it's like
feedback,
This
right?
guy.
It's the feedback.
So
It's because you're not wearing earphones.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Too bad.
Okay.
my next question with Mark here. You're the lead guitarist, are you not?
No, not officially. I took on some of the lead solos on some of the songs that's going to be out soon. But when the songs were written, Lenny has ideas of what the lead the lead line is going to be. And I think for As It Begins, he did the guitar solo for that one. So that's his electric fiddling on that one.
No way.
But yeah, that's my unofficial title.
No,
Right
but
on.
Official, he says.
he's too humble. He's
I was gonna say you're very humble, my friend. Right.
For a metal band.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Mark has fantastic lead chops, and he brings a very powerful presence to the band. It's very important to the band, and just I would say, yeah, he's definitely the lead guitarist. Like we both do solos and whatnot, right? But I would say that he's he would do majority of the writing for that, as opposed to me. So I would definitely say that Mark would be the lead guitarist, 100%.
All right, now it's official. Now it's official.
It was always
Awesome.
Lock it in.
live here in the Boneyard,
That's
baby.
it, yeah.
It's official. Well, I know backstage when we were talking, you gave Mark credit for presenting what he can do, you know what I mean, and bringing that to the table as well. So we have another member of the band, which we were unable to introduce until just now. Please introduce yourself, my friend.
Oh, it's that way.
Yeah. Tell us what
Hey,
you fucking do, man. Like,
Yeah.
my name is Chacho, and I'm a drummer from INCARNATUS, and yeah, and yeah, we are doing this material very powerful, you know, but in the what we bring to the table, it's very interesting because the way to Lenny writes the part, Mark writes his part, make very interesting, and it's like a click.
yeah.
When we are doing something, it's like a click. He plays something, Mark plays something. Luis, Dave, she has amazing voice. She was the last piece of band that we need. So we was doing the we start doing the right thing together. I went into,
Yep.
but yeah, and
It's not ready yet.
yeah, I hope you guys you like this new single, and there's coming more, and
Yeah,
in the future we are working on it.
And new stuff too.
What I've heard, you guys have some new shit coming out very soon.
Sorry about that.
You got some new stuff coming out very soon.
Oh,
Can
yeah,
you guys
definitely.
elaborate on that at all,
Well,
or
yeah.
is that
Well,
unable to talk about at the moment?
no.
You know.
We can talk about it. I can't give a release date. But I can say that it's soon. We have a 7 songs, right, Mark?
Yep.
Yeah, we have a 7-song EP coming out. As It Begins is obviously one of those tracks. And then the other 2 tracks that we released were Kill the Prince and Devil's Whore, which Deb, we reworked with Deb. Because we had Nathan for the last couple of songs that we released, but obviously whatever, that didn't work out. But anyways, Deb's going to be on them now, and I can tell you right now, she did a fantastic job.
Sweet.
Just the way they sound, the way that everything came together, it was just like, it was almost like it was meant to be, more so than what it wasn't originally. And it sits so well. Yeah, it sounds different. You're going to hear Devil's Whore. You're going to be like, whoa, in the beginning. But then just because everyone's already heard the song, they're going to hear it, they've heard it, but then they're going to hear it this way. And my personal opinion on it is I think the new way is stronger because it's more musical. It has more feel, more demand to like listen to me, listen to what I'm saying. And Deb just was able to bring that to the table. The recording session for it was fun. It's one of those things, and We're hoping to release that one soon. Maybe, you know, we're trying to figure out what the next single is going to be. We do want to drop one more single before we give everybody. We just haven't decided what it's going to be yet. But it'll come soon. Just keep watching that page. Keep inviting friends. You know.
Yep.
You'll get more.
Always.
It'd be fun. Yeah, we'll blast out your page.
And just
Of
because we
course.
have a 7-song EP coming out doesn't mean there's more stuff under the beds. So
Yeah,
you know, we've been busy. So
good.
Yes.
Good. That's awesome. I'm excited. Deb, I want to ask you about your lessons on how to kiss gooder.
Oh my god.
I can't believe you asked
That
that.
People have been finding that so unexpectedly. Like one guy from the States is like, "Hey, so I made this video." I'm like, "How did you find me?"
Yeah.
But yeah,
I just happened to be
Just like
sticking
me.
around the page today.
I also do sketch comedy, and yeah, there's
Oh, yeah?
one of me making out with Bert.
Go, Richard, please.
yeah.
Go, please. Go.
We are starting a
You'd like to
comedy
check it out?
Mondays coming
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
July.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
So, you know, just in case you want to
Yeah.
upload that.
Definitely.
I'm trying to get into the comedy scene, and
Yeah.
currently working on a screenplay,
Oh, wow.
Cool.
like a pilot for a show.
So,
Ooh.
that
see, and the great thing about
kind of,
Yeah.
doing is that it's showing personality to the band, right? And you know, I think that's something that people relate to when they try to listen to artists that they like to, they like the music and stuff. Like Killswitch Engage, for example. Everybody knows who Adam D is because of the stuff he does on stage, right? He's got personality.
Prince, right?
He's got personality. People can relate to that in some way, and they want to listen to the music, not because maybe they've ever heard it before, but hey, that guy's funny. You know, I want to see what else he's doing, right? And it's the same thing for Deb. Deb's funny. I want to see what else she's doing. I want to dabble deeper into what she's doing. And it's like, and then they see that she's, you know, performing in a high caliber metal band, and she's just slaying it. And then people are just like, whoa, right? And that is, I think that's great because
The more stuff each of us are involved in, like the better, more exposure.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
gonna
absolutely.
ask, like, other than what you guys are doing now with this band, are you guys also involved? I find a lot of other artists are involved in other stuff. Like, is there other stuff that you guys are doing other than this band here that we should know about, that we should be watching? Or
Yeah, Mark's got some stuff he might want to showcase. If you want to get away, Mark.
Sure. I'll start right now.
Yeah.
Every Friday night.
I'm so glad we ended with you guys.
No, I just have this other side band that I'm actually I started it even before joining INCARNATUS, but COVID, you know, nothing's happening right now, so it's just all studio right now. So I got other music going on the side. I don't know if I can plug in the name here, but
Oh, of course.
type it in. But it's Silent Echoes. That's the name of the band.
Oh yeah.
So it's just my other sort of musical venture.
Huh.
But that's pretty much it for me. Just music,
Right on.
guitar, and you know, sometimes I play some folk songs with the family here. The girls love you know, pop music, so I'm into that as well. So
Yeah, mine too.
and having that said, so that's why with INCARNATUS' music, it's becoming more diverse in a way that you know, it's a metal, you know, it's like heavy metal. Yeah, heavy metal.
Closer.
Yeah.
Lenny
It
always
gives it
stealing
more
the spotlight.
character the way sort of my guitar playing is coming from. You know, like coming from like a modern metal,
Right.
trying to incorporate as much as, you know, basically like jazz fusion into the music. Oh, I thought I was your behind. So stuff like that gets added to the to the pot, so it becomes more creative. Yeah, but that's for me. It's just that music, guitar, Incarnatus, Silent Echoes. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
Right on. Right on. Lenny, did you say earlier that you had a wrestling podcast?
No, I said I wish I had one. 'Cause I could talk for
Oh,
hours
you
about
should
that.
have one.
I know
We
I
should
should, but I don't.
talk.
I don't know why, but I should.
Well,
Behind the
maybe we
scenes.
should talk about this later.
That's actually a good idea for you, man.
we should
Yeah,
definitely
do it.
talk about it later. That's something that we might have, you know, a table or a platform to
Do
start
have
something.
to say, while we're talking about this, and
Yeah.
we shouldn't spend too much on this time,
But we're going to
every
talk about
band we
wrestling
interview,
anyway.
there's always someone that's right in the WWE or WWF, whether
Yeah,
it's up and
WCW or
current or back,
AEW.
you know, the old
Yeah.
school
All of
shit. We could we could probably have like a Thursday night special with all the people that we fucking know and have a
Thursday's
wrestling
Kiss
show,
Night.
you know, so
Tuesday.
What?
Let's do
Tuesday.
Tuesday night wrestling.
What?
Kiss night Thursday.
Yeah,
What?
Kiss Night is Thursday. Yeah, Lenny,
So-
let's
What?
do Tuesday night wrestling. He can hear me.
Yeah.
He's got to
What?
be able to hear me. Yeah.
Every
What?
Tuesday,
Lenny,
my
stop
friend.
being a dick.
What?
Yeah. Well, that's fine. I don't mind.
So, I have a quick question, man.
It just shows me what I'm in for.
Everybody should have a wrestling podcast. according to
Everybody should.
Kyle.
That's what the
Yeah, like why don't we
that.
just start it on Tuesday nights right now, wrestling podcast?
Let's do it.
Are you
I'm
in?
not
Lenny?
even joking. I'm 100% serious. We'll start Tuesday.
Right after NXT. We'll talk.
Next
Okay.
motherfucking Tuesday, you guys better be on the goddamn air. I'll tell you that right now.
We'll talk about what Kyle O'Reilly's doing with Adam Cole. We'll talk about what Karrion Kross has done with Finn Balor.
Yep.
And we'll figure out what the hell's going on with those ending titles.
Perfect. See? Yeah,
Austin
see, we've done it.
316, baby.
Hey, listen, Kyla can be one of our first guests. She's an ex-pro wrestler.
Oh shit! There you go.
Yeah.
That woman is
Yeah, she's
amazing,
4'8",
man.
and she could kick your ass from here to Texas,
Yeah.
man.
Oh,
We
wow.
got to give her a
Oh,
shout out. Everything from photography to wrestling, that
To
woman can do,
acting,
man.
to singing. Yeah. She's
100%.
something, man.
I'll write her.
Definitely.
I
Yeah,
do have a
you
quick
said-
question,
Yeah, but-
because it's
Go ahead.
not too often for the drummer, man. Like, your inspirations on drumming, where does that come from? Like, how the fuck do you even start drumming?
It's not
Yeah.
you.
For my inspiration, I think it's from Vinnie Paul. I think is one of the most marked into my life how to his drumming. So, and I'm playing just with that idea, with the style Vinnie Paul. I like the sound. I have played him like maybe like 15 years playing drum.
It's a long
Yeah.
time, man. Really, like,
You know, basically I started doing like a workout because it's entertain myself, all the stress. So, and I think I started from that. Just
I was
playing
gonna
drum.
say, we all look in good shape here on camera, but you look
Yes.
fucking monstrous, bud. Like, you know, do you
Yeah.
find like doing the drums and stuff that's part of your workout? How you stay so fit, or
Oh yeah, I think it's part of the drums too, and my job too, my work, the kind of work I do. I think it's physically, and I think that's why too.
yeah? So not to keep going on you, what do you do for labor wise, like as far as like real job goes? Obviously, you're in construction, then, are you?
Yeah, I do the construction job. They call it smooth civil.
Oh, okay, yeah. I do a lot of construction myself, whether it's building condos or I'm fucking building a
Yeah,
house,
I do
you know, brick work,
some-
tile work. So
Yeah, a little bit of everything, some renovations, that guy, drywall.
Drywall the bitch. I hate holding that
Yeah.
shit up above my head, man.
I did
You know?
framing. I
Yeah.
did a little bit of framing, like a couple years too. But I think that's why too.
No, I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody looks in great shape today. Let's give her a little fucking beach. Which way's the beach,
Beach
baby?
direction.
Yeah.
I'll stay over here at the bar. I don't need to know the direction. So, how did you guys find each other?
Yeah.
So, how did you guys all find each other?
We found each other on. I was hitchhiking, and I was
Dating
stuck in
app.
Mexico, so,
Dating app.
Chacho
See, I thought
there
he was going to
in
say
Mexico,
OnlyFans.
And well, yeah, OnlyFans is a big part of it, but like I said, I don't have my webcam anymore because I couldn't do the OnlyFans anymore. So, I was in Mexico and Chacho was driving by, and he said, "Hey, cabron," and I'm like, I just kind of looked over, and it was like, bam, right.
That was it, eh?
That was like 16 years ago, and then
Love at first sight.
yeah, and I was just I was just walking along with Chacho, and then oh, there's Mark. I was like, oh wow, that guy's hot.
Look at this guy.
That's few years ago.
Yeah.
Now it's more of this.
Yeah, you got the dad bod rocking.
Man, we need you, right? So then from there, it was just like, and then Lewis plays bass, and sorry.
I know you hit on Deb before you fucking knew she could sing. So
No, funny enough, so this is actually a true story. I kind of give it I've been looking for a metal band for a long time, and it just nothing came out of it. It just I couldn't never find one. Not after I left Black Eve. So I was like, okay, I've been doing this indie folk thing for a while. I figured I'd post an ad on Kijiji asking for someone to collaborate with. And then Lenny writes to me and is like, oh, hey, do you want to join this metal band? I'm like, no way. As soon as you stop looking for something, it comes.
Yep.
it's so true, though.
Yeah.
What was funny about that story, though, is I've known Deb for a while, and we just couldn't remember where we met each other.
Yeah.
And we were friends on Facebook. And
just around.
Yeah, but for a long time, I think since 2012 or something, right? So, I seen her ad on Kijiji, and I'm like, I messaged her, and I'm like, oh, I hope she gets back to me. And then I looked at her picture again, and I'm like, wait a minute. So then I went on my Facebook, and I think she's on my friends list, and I was like, oh my god. So then I opened Messenger, and I messaged her right away, and she replied right away, and it was history from there, right? But it was just
here you are.
Funny,
yeah,
that's it.
We were looking for a vocalist for so long, and she was there the whole time, but I just didn't know she was looking for anything because she didn't post anything on her social media, her personal thing that would show up on my newsfeed about looking for a band or anything. So I figured either she had already been doing something, or she just wasn't interested in doing it anymore after Black Eve. And then I seen the ad, and I was like, oh shit, fucking send it.
Yeah, it's happening. He said, I already sent it. Too late.
That's awesome. That's funny.
It's a different story on my end.
Yeah, how did you end up here?
Funny.
Well,
Dude.
So here's the thing. So I had a band before where I was looking for a second guitar player. So I saw this ad from Lenny back when. I didn't know him then, obviously. So I sent him a message, say, hey dude, you want to play second guitar for my band? And I got turned down. Said, I don't like your music. I'm not interested. I'm pursuing something different. That's what he said. Something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck this guy. All right. So I moved on. I was like, okay, maybe I'll just try to collaborate with, singer, have my music produced by myself, program the drums, play the bass, play the guitar, and just have different singers to sort of collab. So I messaged Deb as well. And
I don't even remember this.
I know, obviously you don't. And I got turned down again. So I said, fuck this.
No way.
And then,
If I had known you, I would have been like, oh yeah, for sure.
so basically, I just ended up joining the band. So if you can't beat them, you join them, right?
That's right.
So that's what happened.
Because you didn't send a profile picture.
Sort of came full circle.
That's so
Well,
funny.
when Mark messaged me and asked me to join this project, at the time I was just coming out of my hollow, right? So I was a little, I guess you could say, stale on my chops. So I seen what he was presenting, and I was like, I can't fucking play that. That's why I said no, right? Because I was like, man, that's too much.
No, dude, I was like broken-hearted, man.
I know. We're together now.
Yeah, all right, that's good.
It was over, he says.
Yeah. So that's how it came to be.
It was like an intimidation factor at that point. It was like coming out of what I was in for like being in Hollow for so long, and then coming out of it, and then just like all these different bands messaging me constantly. You want to play, and it's like I do, but I don't. Like, and you're doing like a regiment thing for so long, you're afraid to jump into something else because you're not sure if you're going to be able to like. It's like it's almost like you have like this thing to live up to, and you don't want to jump into something and then like fail in front of these people, and they're like, well, you've played so many shows around everywhere, like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Why can't you play that?
That was my head. Lenny's a legend, and
so and it wasn't just with Mark. There were so many bands that messaged me, so many bands that I could have joined, and I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna start something myself this time and see where it goes. If it fails, it fails. If it goes, it goes. And I'm very proud to say that at the moment it's going, and it's going strong. And everybody that's a part of it right now is amazing. And I can't see it being any
other way.
Any other way. Exactly. Like it's.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's perfect because nothing in this world is perfect, but
never.
It's damn near close.
Yeah. No, you guys have definitely found the right rhythm, the right groove. You guys have been putting out some fucking amazing shit lately, right? So
yeah. Whatever it is you guys are doing, keep fucking doing it.
Thank
Definitely.
you.
And the best
hey, Mark,
part
how was your birthday?
Oh, that was good. That was just
I only remembered because when I passed by it, when I was going through your page and everything, you and my brother share a birthday, so.
Oh, awesome.
That's why I remembered it. So I figured I'd ask. Birthdays are important.
It's quiet, obviously. Just my family.
That's good.
It was, they got blow up some balloons. They have cake. They made cake. So
nice. Right on.
My daughter said they were gonna cook, but I end up cooking it anyway.
Yeah.
So, of course, right?
It was fun.
Yeah. And I bet she made sure that you did a fantastic job on dinner.
It's cool. How was your brother's birthday?
I have no idea. I wasn't there.
All right.
No.
Happy belated.
It was
Happy
good.
Belated.
Yeah, I will pass it on. No, he did the same. He turned 33 quietly. Maybe he worked for a little while, hung out with the dogs for a bit. I don't know. I talked to him for about 5 minutes, and we both went on our way for the day. We don't really pick specific days. Like, it's your birthday, we have to hang out. It's Christmas, we have to hang out. We pick any day. We don't give a shit what day it is. When we want to spend time together and enjoy the time that we have, it could be, Tuesday, May 5th, or it could be Christmas. It doesn't really make a difference to us what day it is.
That sounds good. It's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, as long as we're spending time together.
Yeah, you get together and spend quality time, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of where the show started, it was over dinner. You know what I mean? Having that dinner and that conversation with people, I was like, fuck, why can't I do this with bands? You know what I mean?
Here we are.
And then I know right now we can't have dinner together, but, maybe next year we can all sit down and fucking have dinner and the
Yeah.
show as I envisioned it in the beginning. You know what I mean?
We'll do it from
We'll
around the
all
table,
that
man.
table, breaking
I'll
that
take
bread.
care of the barbecue.
Yeah. Oh,
Ooh.
that would be sick, man. I'll have a few
You got
beers
that
and barbecue.
recorded.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yep, no,
On the
I got
record
it.
now.
Right.
Y'all
so-
heard it? It's on the record. We got that recorded.
The best part is that's local too, man. I only got an
Yeah.
hour drive. Fucking
Yeah.
barbecuing, drinking beers.
Yeah.
you
No,
know?
you guys are. Where are you guys located? Like we know, but tell everybody else.
The deepest parts of hell.
Sweet.
I-
It's warm there, eh?
right down like 2 blocks from the road. Like I
That's
should
it.
just walk down and jump in your stream.
We're all in hell right now, Lenny. So
Yeah.
be more specific.
Yes. Yes. Which part of hell are we in?
We're basically based in Newmarket.
Okay.
So you guys would be
Yeah.
a new market
That's sort of
band
our,
then.
yeah,
Yeah,
Newmarket.
Newmarket
That's
/ Toronto.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
our
you're the
central
second
location.
band out of Newmarket today.
Oh yeah.
Actually. Yeah.
That's true.
FX Mayberry was on earlier. They
Yeah.
were the ones right before you. So
Oh wow!
yeah, that's 2 out of Newmarket
Yeah.
today. That's awesome.
Well, we tried to
Yeah.
overlap so that they could talk to you guys and you guys would talk to them, but the way the schedule worked out, maybe next time, you know.
Yeah, that'd be good.
What if we share
Yeah.
share the
Newmarket,
same like
represent.
jam space?
Mhm.
Bullets.
At a Newmarket, eh?
I know,
Sorry,
right?
It comes out of me sometimes.
No, being from Newmarket, I have been to the Grey Goat
Oh yeah.
in
We live so
Newmarket.
close to there.
What are some of the best venues you guys have played in that area then, being from there?
Grey Goat. That's the only metal.
Grey Goat.
There was
That's
one
it,
place-
baby.
That's the
One
one.
place.
It's right off Leslie and Gorham. It's actually close to our home base. There's a bar there. I played a show there before. It's not the best venue in the world, but that night it was. And,
It was good, eh?
That's probably one of the best places I played in the market. Played the Legion. They set up a metal night at the Legion. It was weird, but they set it up anyways, and it was okay. The sound was just—it's a Legion, right? The sound was just like going everywhere.
Yeah.
It'd be like
That's
playing
what
right here
happens.
in my room. You know, the sound's not quite there because of the way that the room's built. You know, it just doesn't sound quite right.
No, it was all like, and there was all the lights were on. There was like wood walls and everything, and you know, you can only do what you can with the sound at that point. But yeah, for me personally, those are the only 2 places I played in Newmarket, because I think when I was playing live before all this shit happened, there wasn't really much. I heard about the Goat, but I think I've ever been there. No, I don't think I've ever been there. No, I don't think there's a lot of venues in Newmarket.
No.
No.
When I was
really.
with Black Keys, we played Grey Goat and we played the Jam Spot, and that was it.
Yeah. Now the Grey Goat, I've only been there once, and it was for Ship of Fools, Cross Dogs, Black Cat Attack, the Reddies played, a bunch of local bands right here out of Ontario. Fantastic. And that's the only reason why I know of that bar, and that's why I was like, hey, you guys play the Grey Goat? You know?
Some really good places to play. The Rock Pile's a fun one. It's got a really good sound system. Jake is a great guy. I love Jake.
Yeah.
Don't piss him off though. But he's
Yeah.
as long as you don't piss him off and ask him stupid questions, he'll make you sound like $1 million.
Mhm.
And there's actually some really good places in Windsor too, which I want to try and get us out there. The Dominion House is a really good bar. Even though it's a shithole, it's, for whatever reason, it's just sounds so good in there. It's
Those are the best bars to play in, though.
I know,
Yeah.
but it's like it's a dump. It's a little
It's so
dump.
true.
It's like you're on the stage
Yep.
playing. You feel like you're gonna fall through the stage, but it sounds good in there, and it's always packed because the
Yep.
people up there, they just want to hear live music, right? And they don't get the big bands that come out there all the time. So when they get something out there, they crowd to it, and it's such a good feeling when you're out there playing. So I definitely want to get us out there to play that, because the Devils boys are out there, and you know, it's always a great night when you're playing with Devils. They're a bunch of great guys, and
Yeah.
I've been talking to Bruce about, you know, possibly getting us out there like after all this shit's done, and you know, we can do that. It's a great place to play. It's just a lot of the venues have started disappearing, and that's really sad. Like the Opera House is on its last legs.
I know.
Don't say that.
One of my favorite places to be, man.
I know.
Hideaway's gone.
Heart
Sneaky Days is slowly on its way out the door.
I know, like the Opera House is one of my favorite places.
The metal venue.
I know. Like, I've played a lot of shows there. I've played with Battlecross there. I've played with Woven War. So many, you know, a lot of bands, right? And it's just a great venue. The lighting guy there is fantastic.
Yeah.
He hears one song and then he knows what your lighting regiment's going to be. He like it's like he paid so much attention to your first song, and then after that he's like, okay, I know this band now. So then he gives you like the coolest light show, and it's just sad that like they're on their last legs, and so many other bars in Toronto. Because there's a lot of good ones out there, right? Like even Sneaky D's. Like I heard something about Sneaky D's. I don't know if they were able to save themselves, but that was a great
on
bar
the fence.
Cherry Colas started
they are.
Cherry Colas.
Yeah.
The Poor Alex Theater, which is the new Hard Luck. You know, fantastic venue. The staircase sucks, but it's a wicked place to play.
It is.
You know, it's just sad.
So many great bands.
Like, because they can't keep the places open, right? So it's like,
well, how do you pay your rent
well,
when you can't have people in your place? You know, and that's how you make your money.
Yeah, and let's call a spade a spade. We all know that you know, condos make more money than Sneaky D's ever will.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the sad reality of what's happening to Toronto, right? But the beautiful part about that is there's a lot of other music scenes aside from Toronto that are still flourishing and doing really well. Like Niagara, we don't really have a spot, but we have a great fucking scene. We have a lot of great bands coming out of here, great musicians. Kitchener-Waterloo area, same thing. They have a laundry list of bands. They actually just had a compilation released out of there of a bunch of covers of like Iron Maiden, Death. There's a couple other ones too. It was Cathartic Demise, Rippered.
Go on.
I know, because I don't have it sitting in front of me right now. But all of these local bands covered all of these bigger bands, and they just released a compilation yesterday. It was fucking amazing. Yeah, it was really good, really good. So, you know, like that scene's doing really well. Even our Welland scene, like Welland, we call it the armpit of Niagara, and their scene is fucking booming right now. I know.
They wear deodorant over there.
Whatever, I'll say it. I don't care. I'm from Niagara Falls. I don't feel bad.
Yeah, right.
St. Catharines feels the same way about us, so whatever.
Well, we were joking about this the other day with the rivalry between Ontario and Montreal, and being the half of our bands that we've had on the show so far have been from Montreal. You know what I mean? Yeah. So for us to per se break that barrier, fuck, that's pretty good. Man, I would think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's always going to be that rivalry.
I can see coming out of this pandemic is, you know, well, it's not a good thing, but it would be a good thing for the bands that are still active. It's not going to be as crowded. If you get what I'm saying, like, because beforehand there was a lot of bands, right? And you know, it's sad to say a lot of bands have, you know, split, but the ones that are trying to stay together and push through this, I think it's really gonna resonate to the audience. Like, man, these guys stuck with us right through. And that's going to be something that people will appreciate from us, which I'm hoping will help with, you know, people coming out to see shows, because we all know it's going to be so difficult to get people to shows when they can, because
100%.
I don't know.
Well, no, hear me out. People say now that they'll go out to shows, right? But because of all the restrictions that we have now and everything, people are going to be afraid still, and you know, it's going to be a long time before, you know, people start coming out.
Kind of been drilled into people now.
Big stuff, like, let's Megadeth came to town, yeah, everyone's going to go to see that. But in regards to all the local bands who are still trying to get to that level, I think it's still going to be difficult, right? Because they have these little bars downtown. How many people do you think are really going to want to still? I could be completely wrong. This is just my opinion on it right now. This is how I think it might be the way, but I'm hoping it's not. But that's why I think us being active right now and continuing to do what we do might help change that. Because it's just with all the bars closing and everything, it's like people aren't really going to go. They're not going to want to travel. Because even now, before this, it was still hard to get people to come out, right? Unless, like I said, unless you were a huge drawing act.
No, it was
something, right? So it's just
you even take bands
come together, and that's why you guys doing this is fantastic, because the people who watch the show, they'll see the bands that are on here, and it's like, man, that's cool. They're still trying to do this. They're still trying to write music for us to listen to, and provide us entertainment when we want to go out to a bar. So kudos guys for continuing to do this. That's awesome.
It's the least we could do, man. I know when I first met Amanda, I actually met her because I was gonna fucking interview her because of her magazine and what she does for bands.
The fuck?
And then since Christmas, here we are. Now we're kind of co-hosting, kind of running the channel, making things work, talking to fans, getting the magazine deals for you guys, trying to promote you over with all our other contacts. It's the very least we could do, my friends. We're between the two of us, we're so passionate about music. Yeah. Obviously, money don't fucking matter, man. We just want to get your music out there. Yeah. If we hand you off to Australia and you're fucking huge in Australia, just bring us for one show. That's all I ask. One show. I'll be there.
Well, look at those kids in Alien Weaponry. There's just 3 kids, and they blew up.
Yeah.
We're still trying to get them on the show.
Right? Holy shit, right? They're just kids, and they're one of the biggest bands. They're going on tour with who was it?
What was this?
Alien Weaponry.
Alien Weapon.
They're going. No,
we've been emailing back and forth with them, trying to get them on the show.
Yeah,
they will be on the show this summer, but
they're just starting.
Fucking love those guys. All the way from New Zealand. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, they're amazing.
All right. Shows there too because there's no cases there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of places where there is absolutely zero restriction and they are living normally, and I envy every one of those people.
Well,
because going back to what you were saying about people being weary and coming out and stuff like that, yes, there's a lot of people that, and I think more due to what the restrictions are going to be versus how scared people actually are going to be, because I'm ready for a mosh pit.
Oh my God, I'm going to go through as many
sweatiest
things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do all the things.
COVID.
Mask, no mask, blood, tears. I don't give a fuck, man. Throw me in the middle of it and have at her. I'm done with this shit.
It's so true, though.
For sure.
But there's a lot of us that are ready to we don't give a shit, man. We just want our lives back. I mean, not to put any light on anything that's going on, but at the end of the day, whether we're 52, we're 68, we're 89, we're all going to expire. So instead of trying not to die, why don't we live until we do? You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense to me. It's here. It's not going anywhere, right? So let's just fucking live.
Yeah.
It is what it is. We know that, in some circumstances it's dangerous, but we have all earned the right to the risk that we get on how we live lives. So after a year and a half of this shit don't work, let's just fucking live our lives, Yeah,
you never know. Freedom can be taken away so easily. Now we know this.
Yeah.
I take that for granted, I think.
Absolutely, dear. Absolutely.
Actually, we've seen it firsthand now. Our freedom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Not to preach down or bitch and chew, but our freedom has been taken away to that extent. I can't travel no more. I can't go see my fucking family. I'm
Yeah,
here in
it's
Ontario
completely-
by myself. My family all lives in other countries or other
Yeah.
fucking provinces. Like,
Yeah.
it's been a long
Freedom's
fucking
fragile.
2 goddamn years, you know?
Yeah. Yeah,
Where-
man. My
You
kids
know,
haven't seen
so-
their grandparents in a year and a half.
That's
You
awesome.
know. So,
Same.
I mean, I talk to my grandmother regularly, but she's 94 years old, and I tell you, she'd rather a fucking hug than be stuck in her room. And
Yeah.
at 94, I'm willing to risk that hug because at least she got the fucking hug. You know what I mean? So
when you get to 94 years old, who
She's
gives a
seen some
fuck
shit,
now?
man.
I would be
That's good
smoking,
life, yeah.
drinking, backing out of the driveway without even
Well,
looking but at 94 years
I'll-
old.
I'll say
You
this.
know what I mean?
I'll say
I
this.
don't give a fuck.
She lived through the Second World War in Scotland when she was
Mhm.
13 and 14 years old. And she wants a goddamn hug right now. And that's
Yeah.
as much as I'm going to say without turning political.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think that right now we've all learned what appreciation really is. And yes, as much as a lot of people are going to be terrified to get out there and do stuff, a lot of people understand what we had now that it's gone.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and
Pretty
every
much.
bump and
I never
bruise
thought
I
of that.
had, I can't get back until I get back into a mosh pit, you know?
Yeah.
I did 144 shows in 2019, and I tell you, I'm fucking glad I did,
Wow.
boy.
That's great.
We'll
No, I
give you
never
hearts,
thought about
Kevin.
it that way.
Good for
Yeah, that's
you.
a good
Thank you,
point.
buddy.
So,
Hearts to Kevin.
what's that, honey?
That's
Sorry?
hard.
We gave hearts to Kevin. I'll bring
Aw.
it back up.
It looks like a bean.
I can do it.
The black heart right here.
Beans. to
There it
Kevin.
is, baby.
I got a stone cold heart right here.
Oh, stone cold, he says.
Oh.
So let's revert the question back to wrestling now that we're all done that shit. What is
Yeah.
your favorite fucking wrestler all the way back to WWF, whether it was before or WWC? Who is it, man?
I don't
Tell
want
me.
to cliche, but I've always liked The Undertaker. It's just something about Mark Calloway's character. It's
Yeah.
always been so strong, and it's always been able to change. Like, you know, when he came in 1990 and he did what he did, and then, you know, 96 he came into that more gothic look, right? And he debuted that new look. Actually, go back a little farther than that when he debuted the purple.
Take it.
And then he had the purple for a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he had the with Mick Foley, and Paul Bearer turned on him, you know, and the urn of what do they call it? The urn of betrayal.
Oh,
the
I
urn.
just watched the episode.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I just
you'll
watched
know.
the episode the other
Yeah.
day.
So you have that, and between the 96 and then going into 97, he had that new look at Survivor Series. He came down with that like the bat thing, and then you know, just going into the Ministry of Darkness character, and then going into like the American Badass, and then going back into a nightmare character, and then finishing his career that way. You know, and I contribute a lot of my taste in music to that character because it being so dark and so ominous, and then just a lot of the stuff, like the first time I ever heard metal was through Monday Night Raw. You know, Anthrax did their opening theme song, and that was the first time I ever heard a guitar chug, and I was like, man, that's cool, right? And then when Undertaker's theme song went from that the gong to that Ministry of Darkness theme with the heavy guitars, I was like, man, that's cool. And then, you know, other wrestlers started having more music coming into the new millennium. Like, you know, Stone Cold had Strip doing his song. Triple H had Motorhead.
The game.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of that, you know, like the rock and wrestling relationship is such a strong thing. And like, even a lot of these new bands that you've never heard of, they show up at NXT, right? Look at Poppy, for example. I never knew who the hell Poppy was. And then I was watching NXT and I see Poppy and I'm like, holy shit, she's awesome, right? Or even I still don't know the band that does Rhea Ripley's song. this is my brutality, right?
Yeah.
I can hear it. You know
so
what?
good.
I'll ask Ryder and see if he knows, and I'll get back to you on that. Ryder
Like-
Johnson's a huge fucking wrestling fan.
Everything for me started from that, and
Right.
it built, right? Like I kept hearing these things because I'm watching something that I enjoy and I love and I think it's awesome, and then I'm hearing these sounds that go along with it, and those are awesome sounds, and then they all go together, and then the first time I got a guitar, I was trying to play a couple wrestlers' music or whatever, and then Black Sabbath and stuff like that, but then it just like the whole rock and wrestling thing, right? So like the Undertaker, is one of those wrestlers that really did that for me, because going into when the Undertaker got Limp Bizkit to do his theme song "Rollin'," right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just the guitars behind that,
Rolling.
which I just recently found out they used he put I think it was an EMG pickup on the whole of an acoustic guitar, and that's how they got the sound for the guitars for "Rollin'." I had no idea, and that's awesome because that's why it sounds so like
Really?
disgusting and heavy, right? But and then like the Kid Rock thing with American Badass, and then going into "Rollin'," and then even the song that he had after that, it was just a generic WWE theme song the company made for him, because I think they had lost the rights to the Limp Bizkit stuff. Like it was like a contract expire, right?
Yeah,
So,
expired.
Right.
Like his evolution as a character helped me develop what I like in music, oddly enough. And then, like I said, like with the other wrestlers in that time frame, they all had really, and then like every wrestler had it didn't matter if they were black, white, yellow, green, they all had like a metal theme.
Yep.
That's
like
so true, though.
Like you'd have a little Chinese guy coming out, and he'd have like a theme that sounded like Cannibal Corpse or something, and it's like, holy shit! Right? So
fucking fireworks behind them, like just phenomenal.
As you get older, you start to explore, you find stuff, and LimeWire just on my computer at that time, because that was the only way I was getting music.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do that in the other room, please? Yeah. The name of the urn was the Betrayal Urn, and it's the urn they used in '96 and '97.
Yeah.
It took me a minute. I found it though.
See, but like,
it's funny because I had just recently watched that. I think it was an A&E special where they had gone digging through Undertaker's totes, and they were prepared to spend like $50,000 on the purple outfit, and he was like, "You can just have it." Right?
Yeah.
And you can see the moment where Buddy goes, really? Like he doesn't know what to do with the fact that Undertaker just gave it to him, right? Because they're trying to put together this, I don't know if it's like a Hall of Fame or like a whatever it is they're trying to do with it.
To find the lost items from the
right.
Because
but aren't they trying to find somewhere to put it, or are they have somewhere specific they're putting all that stuff?
I think they're just trying to prepare well-known items for when they can actually have crowds again, because they have WrestleMania access, right? So they see everything, and then everybody can go in and they see all the cool memorabilia, like the real stuff from like.
I will be right back.
And they go take pictures beside it and shit like that. So.
Yeah, because they had like Kane's first mask, the one that he actually made himself and stuff like that.
Yep.
It was pretty cool. That was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, and then Undertaker's the masks that he had on when he broke his orbital bone.
Yeah, his orbital. Yeah.
From Viscera jumped on him. He landed on him the wrong way, so he broke his orbital bone. So he had to have that phantom mask for a little while just to protect his face from impact. But yeah, no, it's crazy. That's one of my I know I keep going on about it. I love wrestling so much, but
that's good. That's
the
good,
Undertaker.
Dude. We should do a music video.
We
dedicated just for that.
We should. 100%.
A WrestleMania theme.
Oh, fucking right. But the thing with the rock and wrestling is like there's a lot of bands, especially with the NXT brand, because Triple H is a metalhead, right? So he likes to he's the type of guy who he helps out the people that he signs to his contracts, but he also helps out bands that are in that certain genre.
Yep.
There's so many bands that he brings on and he puts on TV that nobody's ever heard of before.
Right.
And they're a household name. like Code Orange, for example. Code Orange
excellent
was
band.
on there twice for
Yep.
2 NXT things, and then they ended up getting to a point where they did a theme song for a wrestler. God knows how much money that band's making right now, just off the fact that they've done the Fiend's theme song, right?
Yep.
And it's not even like they created it originally. They just took the original one and turned it into a metal jam.
Mm-hmm.
It's because it's the same song, right? The Catching Flies. It's like,
I'll
holy
be right
shit,
back.
right?
Yep. Go ahead, Mess. I just had to go too. So
I think it'd be awesome for us one day if something like that happened, because there's so many different windows and doors that a band can go through, and there's always like that one that will do something for you, and I think that's one of those doors that is open that can just set you off, because like I said, every band that's ever been on there, now they're all over XM radio. You see their stuff in the stores. It's crazy.
Well, the thing about wrestling is like it's this huge thing that doesn't look like it's that huge, right?
I
Like
know.
to the untrained eye, wrestling is a tiny little world that only a handful of us enjoy.
Yeah.
Once you walk through the door, like it's just a massive world of all kinds of things mixed into one to make wrestling. Like there's the wrestling itself, there's the acting, there's the music behind it, there's the traveling, the theatrics. Like there's all kinds of things that actually make it go.
It's like a band. It's like a band. It's the same
Absolutely.
style as a musician. It's just instead of holding a guitar and sweating, they're falling off a ladder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Chris Jericho had said that. He said that he loves being able to tour and wrestle at the same time because it's the same schedule.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you know
So
what? With Jericho,
Go ahead.
right? With Jericho, nobody would really know who Fozzy was
Right.
without wrestling.
Yep.
Right? Because he used wrestling to get Fozzy to a point. Because he was doing Fozzy when he was in WCW.
Yep.
It was just nobody really cared at that time, right? Because it was just such a low. Nobody knew what it was. It was an independent act, just like it was a local band from I think it was New York, but now it's like a global phenomenon, right?
Yep.
And you hear that song every week. Even like Non-Points is already established band, and they're officially independent now. They're not signed to anybody, and they just got their newest song played on AEW Blood and Guts. Because of that song exploded everywhere. The song Ruthless, it's everywhere.
It is.
You can't not find that song. It's on automatic playlists for metal playlists for like a Spotify, or it's like it's everywhere. And it's just crazy what wrestling can do for metal and vice versa. It's just
I know.
It's such a hardcore relationship. Ever since,
I know.
Ever since Cyndi Lauper did her thing back in the day, that's what started the whole thing, right? So
Legion of Doom was always one of my favorites, and they always come out with that fucking hardcore fucking you know what I mean? That growl, right?
I just watched a story on them the other day. Those two were some fucking mighty athletes, eh? Like they put their bodies through some shit and just kept going and going and like it never
Russell
even
in
happened.
general, right?
Batista, man. Batista's theme. He's got one of the most iconic themes from Saliva. It's just like you hear it and you just want to sing it, right?
Yeah.
It's so catchy. It's perfect. It's like it's great. It's great. I can go on and on, but it's not,
I know. And like I'll just say one more thing before we head back over to music. I had watched a clip from the Jericho Cruise where he had Marco Stunt come on and sing Sunglasses at Night. So like the whole band is we'll say over 5'7", so they all look like giants, and Marco's only this big, right? His hair is massive. Oh man, it was great. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen, but he fucking nailed it. It was great. It was awesome.
It's great.
Gotta ask Deb here, as far as your singing goes, did you have to take courses? Like, did you go to university or a choir? Like, how did you acquire this voice that you have?
I started singing when I was like 4, and I did a lot of singing lessons throughout high school. So I'm kind of classically trained operatically. So a lot of my breath control and kind of stuff like that is I learned through lessons.
Yeah, obviously, like breathing is very important as
Yeah.
you sing, right? Your
Yeah.
posture, how you stand, how you approach that note, I guess you could say,
Yeah.
right?
I've been doing it so long, it's kind of like second nature now. But yeah, I didn't go to university for it. I went for
Nothing.
college.
It's always hit and miss with us. We always find someone's either fully trained, they've gone to university, or they just sing in the shower and they're just fucking good at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, well, it's always good to give people hope. Some people are naturally talented, some people aren't. And sometimes you have to go to university to make your dream happen. Other times,
About practice.
you know.
Yeah, that's right.
Practice.
Like as much
Absolutely.
as I believe in education, sometimes you can just fucking do something, and you should just do it, regardless, right? Like,
Yeah,
so.
I agree with that.
Definitely.
So where all over social media can we find you guys? We're getting close to that hour mark.
Are we?
You can find
Yeah,
us
we are,
on,
and we could just talk wrestling and shit all night long. Like we could just keep going, but my phone's gonna die sooner or later.
I gotta go.
Tuesday, I'm telling you.
You can find us on Instagram. I believe it's INCARNATUS. Is it band
Metal?
or metal, Mark?
Metal.
INCARNATUS metal.
I looked today.
Oh yeah. So INCARNATUS
Maybe.
metal for Instagram. Facebook. Just type in INCARNATUS and it should pop right up. We're on YouTube as well. Same thing, INCARNATUS, but just follow it with one of the song titles that you want to hear. That way you can find it right away. Because sometimes
Brennan's slacking.
it's just like anything.
Bringing
You
up the
type in
memes.
something and something comes up, right? So, but yeah, those are the 3 major platforms that we're on right now. And we just opened a Twitch, so we're gonna start trying to do some media through that.
Sweet.
Those are the 4 things we got right now: Facebook, Instagram, and we don't have a Twitter yet. I don't know if someone else in the band wants to start this.
Probably
Twitter.
not.
No.
And Twitter's old school.
It's actually, I just saw it popped up. It's INCARNATUS band.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is it? I saw metal on mine.
Yep. Brennan just popped up. He was looking for all your other links other than the one that we do have.
Yeah,
So.
I know there's the Instagram for sure, Facebook, YouTube, and I think that's all that's up there. Twitch I just opened up a couple days ago, but there's absolutely nothing on it yet. But
I'm hoping to sing on Twitch every Saturday, either with our INCARNATUS or on my own Twitch.
Or it's your own, eh?
Yeah.
And don't forget, Deb has her podcast, Wicked Roulette.
Yeah, I'm actually recording it. I'm a little late to it now. I'm supposed to record it.
Oh, are you? Oh, I'm so sorry.
That link. So Deb, you want to share the links to your social media stuff so people can start following you?
Yeah, where can I type it in the private chat or?
If you type it in the private chat or send it directly to me or Amanda, we'll make sure Brandon there gets it, and it'll be up in the title or within the things.
Yeah, and I've requested a couple of you so far on Facebook, and I will find the rest of you. So if there's anything that you guys want to send to us, an interview, any of that stuff, myself or TJ is very easy to get a hold of.
Trying to pull a Liam Nielsen on us, eh? I will find you.
What was that?
You're trying to pull a Liam Nielsen? I will find you.
I will find you.
I already found 2 of you.
No,
I will. I have.
Okay,
Yep.
sent over my
That's
stuff.
the right one,
I'm
Brandon.
gonna sign off, I suppose. But it was
Nope.
lovely.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming out.
It was
We
an
appreciate
honor.
Thanks
it.
for having us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
anytime, man.
definitely.
I was gonna say,
Right
once you guys have some new shit coming out or new videos or whether it's just something coming up, let us know,
like I
man.
was saying earlier,
We'll have you on.
in the chat here. We do have the EP coming out. Release date is pending on an actual date, but we are hopeful to release a single very soon. It
sometime in June.
It could be tomorrow. It could.
Don't scare the cat.
It could be 23 years from now.
Could be.
It's coming. All I can say is there's stuff coming, and it's coming soon.
Yeah.
So just be hyped for it, and you will get it, and you will like it.
No, excellent,
Right
man. I know I'm looking forward to it. I know Amanda's a big fan of you guys. Fuck, she was so excited tonight.
Thank you.
I haven't heard any of it yet.
She's done
I'm
very
excited. I
professional
can't
tonight.
wait.
I was surprised. I was expecting her to fucking fangirl and not say
I only
nothing.
fangirled once all day, man.
Yeah.
I did really well.
Right.
Kept my tongue in my face all day.
Yeah. You guys have been the show all night. FX.
Yeah, thank you.
They were fantastic as well.
Yeah.
Bad Wolf.
Nope, Dead Wolf.
Dead
Oh,
Wolf.
Dead Wolf.
But it's been a long
You're
day
here.
for TJ. And we started the day with Lycanthro, which was fantastic.
They
So,
were fantastic too. So.
we began with gold. We ended with gold. On that note, you fabulous humans have a good night. TJ, don't you have something to add?
I gotta say, play it loud, play it proud. Make sure
Right
you
on.
have a dab here
Brandon,
on this
take us
channel.
out of here, buddy.